And our first guests today are Tim and Jason Ludlow. Tim is the CEO and co-founder, and Jason is the co-founder of Beds on Board. Grant, do you want to start us off with some fun facts?
So, I gather both of you played American football for Great Britain, which sounds like a bit like an oxymoron.
That's right. It did. Yeah, we did. Yes. I was a quarterback, and Jason here was a tight end.
Yeah, it's always embarrassing saying that. But yeah.
And how long did you do that for?
12 years, I think, for myself.
10 years for me.
Wow. Okay.
Until the legs gave in, the knees gave in.
Did we see you on TV?
No, maybe some obscure Channel 4 occasionally.
Now you're on TV.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Are you ready to do your pitch?
I am indeed. Yes.
Great, you've got 10 minutes.
Thank you. So, Beds on Board connects guests and owners for amazing stays on boats. Amazing stays on luxury motor yachts, cosy barges, huge houseboats, and classic yachts. We bring the boating lifestyle to everyone, often for less than a hotel room. We have decades of business, technology, and boat experience between us. Jason is a RYA yacht master and a former R&I crew member, and I've delivered technical projects for some of the world's biggest brands and was formerly a production director at Google. We've been around boats all our lives, but when we found out the boats were empty over 90% of the time, we saw a problem that we had to solve. There are over 8 million suitable boats worldwide, and with that 90% vacancy rate, we saw an opportunity. A 2 billion night opportunity that we can unlock through the power of the sharing economy. And accommodation from the sharing economy alone is worth £34 billion a year. So we decided to bring these two together to connect guests and owners for amazing stays on boats. So where are we so far? We've built the fully transactional platform that powers our business. It's our software, it's built on world-class technology, and it's built to scale. It's peer-to-peer, meaning guests and owners, all our customers can onboard themselves. Owners list their boat, set their pricing, communicate with guests. Those guests can search for boats, view the boat detail, talk to the owner, and of course pay for the booking. There's no interaction needed from us for the platform to generate revenue, which it does so on a 15% commission model. As well as the platform, we've built a community of tens of thousands of members. We have boats in over 80 countries, and we've successfully completed thousands of amazing nights. And we've doubled our growth year on year. To help us do this, we've secured some strategic partnerships. So we're members of British Marine, and we work closely with the marine industry. In fact, talking at the last 2 World Marina conferences, where Beds on Board has become synonymous with the idea of boat accommodation, but also of bringing new customers into the boating industry. We've solved the insurance question, working with industry partners to make sure our members have the correct cover. But the most exciting part of this partnership piece is our relationships with marinas. We have a 3-tier partnership program that starts with acceptance, moves through co-marketing, and ends in our Tier 1, currently exclusive partnership with the UK's largest marina group, MDL Marinas. This agreement sees MDL offering a fully managed services to guests and owners, which helps us deliver on our vision of amazing stays, but more importantly, it gives us our key competitive advantage. This agreement locks out our competitors from operating in key strategic locations. And we've got to know our customers really well. Engaged owners are offsetting the cost of ownership, staying as boat owners, getting to meet guests. Those guests are loving being on board, enjoying the boating lifestyle, and they're writing great reviews. These reviews build trust on the platform, but they also give us an insight into the types of people that like to book through Beds on Board. Analysing this recently, we found out that families were one of our largest segments. And this makes perfect sense. Beds on Board is great for families. Mum and dad can sit on deck having a sundowner, knowing the kids are tucked in safely below. They don't have to book 2 hotel rooms. There's no divide and conquer. So as well as being more fun, it's actually more affordable for families through Beds on Board. We identified 3 other groups that we'll be targeting in the coming year. This was couples celebrating, millennial weekenders, and what we call boaty types. Of course, all these customers have other options when it comes to booking accommodation, but our strength is in our focus. We're just peer-to-peer, we're just boats, and we're just accommodation. And it's not just our customers that love the idea. We've had great coverage from the BBC, Huffington Post, the FT, and the Telegraph, who all love the concept. But in 2019, we'll take Beds on Board from a great idea to a genuine travel proposition for friends, family, anyone looking for another way to stay. So that's where we are. 2019 is all about proving scale. We'll do this through a simple strategy. We'll accelerate our growth by building inventory and driving bookings. Our key growth tactic for 2019 is our Marina partnership model. Marinas know boat owners, they're their customer, they have their trust. They also know that Beds on Board can bring in new customers who spend money on bars, restaurants, shops and services within the marina. And they know Beds on Board can help berth holders stay as berth holders, helping their customer retention. We already see that a good marina can generate over £50,000 of income per year through the Beds on Board platform for the boat owners. And these agreements lock out the competition, meaning only Beds on Board can operate in their marinas. So it's happy guests, happy owners, it's income for marinas, and it's exclusivity for Beds on Board. In 2019, we'll roll this partnership model out to key strategic locations. And when we look at the model in detail, we can see that 30 partner marinas, converting at a conservative 5% of all boats in the marina, can generate 500 listed, highly optimized boats for the platform, and these can generate 5,000 nights. That's from 30 marinas. Bear in mind, there are over 10,000 marinas in Europe alone. Beds on Board is a scalable, high-growth opportunity. We've proven the concept, we have support from the marine industry, we have partnerships that lock out our competition, and we have a model for growth. So it's time to scale and realise the potential. Now we're going to check out a short film to see what it's like to stay on a boat. So, to financials.
Great, thank you, Tim. Great
Pleasure.
pitch. Grant, have you got any questions?
Yeah, fantastic. Very inspiring.
Thank
Who is the competition?
Well, when we talk about being locked out, we're fundamentally talking about other sharing economy platforms. The biggest ones being Airbnb and Booking.com. They're the people that we generally compete with most days, whether it's owners listing or guest booking. So we do have a competitive advantage on some locations at the moment.
Okay. And in terms of the pricing of the accommodation, obviously it's up to the owners to price that.
It is.
What you've experienced so far, what have been the range of prices of accommodation?
Jason?
Yeah, I mean, our average price per night is £180, and average stay is just under 2 nights, so similar to the hotel industry. But those prices, the boats do vary from sort of sub £50 to the thousands.
And how many boats have you currently got on the platform?
There's 1,700 live at the moment, and our total inventory is about 2,500, 3,000.
And that's in how many geographies?
Officially 80 countries,
right.
but that's quite a long tail on a lot of those countries. Our hotspots are obviously UK and into the more popular places in the Mediterranean, so Spain, Italy, Portugal and France.
Okay. And in terms of the fundraising you're doing, what's the great aspiration for you guys with the business? What, in terms of whether you exiting or?
What I think for us is to build a world-class accommodation platform that is a genuine proposition for people and tourists that are looking for somewhere to stay. But obviously, to do that, we need to build a great business. We need to build a profitable business. What the future looks like for us over the next 5 years, with the potentials with mergers, acquisitions, joint ventures, obviously, we'll explore them all as we go. But building a good, solid, sound business is the goal.
And tell us a little about the rest of the team that you have alongside you.
Okay, so we have 2 people in customer services, the 2 Sarahs, it's very handy, they're both called Sarah, some office admin, and then we do outsource a lot of the work. Tim, talk to you about the
development team is a team based in Manchester, which I manage directly, so that works really well efficiently. That's leaning on my experience from Google and other jobs. And marketing we generally outsource as well. I lead that, but it's been generally Jason and I and 2 or 3 others in the office in Leamington. So it's a very lean team to date.
And you guys are brothers. How do you find working together?
Well, it has its moments.
Yeah.
I think we laugh about it. We fall out quickly, but we make up even quicker. And we're very different in the way we work, sort of yin and yang, and that really does help us. So I think with our difference of opinion and approach and area of expertise, I'm very much marine and boats and hospitality, and Tim is very much marketing and tech. When we're actually trying to decide on a new strategy or an idea, but the 2 sides sort of against each other, we come up with the right one somewhere in the middle. So it's interesting.
So it's a help, not a hindrance.
Yeah, I think so.
More of a help than a hindrance.
Most of the time, yeah.
Are you a non-sailor or a sailor?
Well, I did have a go sailing a boat actually, but not very good. There's the bow that can really knock you.
Boom.
Yeah, the boom.
For
Yeah.
a reason. Yeah.
But I like staying on boats.
Yeah,
Definitely.
absolutely.
And of course ours don't move.
Yeah, great. Good.
Yeah, I mean, that's the beauty. It's a whole new market because you don't need to know how to sail or pay a lot of money for a captain. It's simple. You speak to a lot of boat owners, and probably some of their best times are actually when they're tied up in the marina, enjoying a food and some drink and sitting back and relaxing.
And I think we've all been there in the marina looking at the boat, wishing you were on board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what Beds and Boards
And
about.
you don't have to worry too much about the crew as well, I suppose.
There's
if
no crew.
No crew, just you and
But-
your family, whoever you take.
The owner will typically show you how the boat works and do a handover, so you're comfortable on it. And obviously now working with the marinas, they're always there. If you do have any questions or something, then you can go and ask them. But boats are very similar to apartments now, especially the modern ones. So.
And just in terms of the platform, the user experience, I presume, is somewhat similar to an Airbnb, or
Yep.
any kind of bells and whistles you can share with us?
It's simple in that, as you say, there's a protocol for travel sites now. So you search, you book, you communicate securely. We don't give away contact details until you become a member. So it is very similar user experience to Airbnb. And we're obviously constantly iterating that to try and improve it for owners. So there's a very different process for when you're a boat owner to step you through the listing process. We help with that. We're always on board in terms of onboarding people, but we also automate that through marketing automation as well. So it should be a very simple process.
And in terms of where you have relationships with marinas, what's the financial relationship between the marina, the boat owner, and obviously you've mentioned that you take the 15%.
Yeah, so different marinas want different things. MDL have monetised the service, so they take a small percentage of every booking that comes through, which we facilitate on our platform.
Great, thank you so much. Tim, Jason, that's all we've got time for.
Pleasure.
If you'd like to find out more about Beds on Board, you can do so on Cedars website, which is cedars.com.